Hey guys, you are welcome to West Africa Developer Channel, where we educate Africans on how to build dApps and write smart contracts that runs on the Waves blockchain. Today, we are looking at the Waves Explorer, an online service that displays the Waves blockchain data in a form that is understandable to humans. Okay, the Waves blockchain is a continuous chain of blocks that are linked together with cryptography. So, for every transaction that is made on the blockchain, they are grouped into different blocks. And these blocks are linked together with cryptography. And this chain, this continuous chain, forms the blockchain. So the Waves blockchain enables us to access data that are inside these blocks. And there are several reasons why anyone would want to use the Waves Explorer. But before that, the Waves Explorer can be used to check and access data that relates to transfer transaction, script invocation, asset creation, alias creation, or transactions that takes place in an address or by a smart contract. So let's look at the importance of the Waves Explorer. First, transactions and data and informations are stored in the blockchain and they are encrypted, they are encoded for safety and security reasons. But with the Waves Explorer, anyone is able to get these informations in a decoded way. So the Waves Explorer decodes data that are on the Waves blockchain. So rather than showing you encrypted data, it decodes it and presents it to you in a way you can understand. Also, it helps you to transparently track transactions on the Waves blockchain. There are 16 types of transaction that are on the Waves blockchain, and any of these transactions can be explored and they can be tracked using the Waves Explorer. Also, on the Waves Explorer, anyone is able to get results and data based on their query. You can query the Waves Explorer using your Waves address, using a transaction hash. You can also query it with an alias, and it will bring you up a result that is related to what you are looking for. And again, for projects or products that are under development and they need to be tested to avoid spending real waves that cost real money, the Waves Explorer, when it is switched to Testnet, gives people or anyone access to the Waves faucet where you can get free waves to test your dApps and products that are on the Waves blockchain without spending real money. So let's go further to see how the Waves Explorer works. So we have to go to our browser now and type wavesexplorer.com and we can go from there. Right. So we are here. Um, we go to wavesexplorer.com. Alright guys, this is the Waves Explorer. Now once this place is open, you can see here this place is used for search. This place is used for search and you can type in any details depending on the query you want. You can see details about an address, you can see details through a transaction ID, you can see details through a block's signature, you can also see details through an alias. So if you type any of these data here, you can be able to query the blockchain based on what you imputed. And also, as you can see here, you see that this explorer now is currently exploring the Waves mainnet. Okay, and here shows us the version, and this is the current highest height of the blockchain. Okay, now look at the last blocks here. These are transactions, these are confirmed transactions, and these are unconfirmed transactions. So first of all, let's look at how it works on the mainnet. Remember that the blockchain, in a block, there are different transactions, and you can see that here. Let's say this is block 1896097, and in this block there are 159 transactions. This is the time and this is the date. Now let's open this transaction and see what's in it. All right. So this is the block height. Where this is the block height. This is the height of this block that we are exploring right now. The version is 4. This is the timestamp when the transaction took place. There are 78 transactions right here. Uh, and this is the generator, this is the signature, this is the size, this is the total fee of the transactions. Okay, and this is the reward for the miners that mined the transaction. Remember, we have 78 transactions here. Okay, so in the transaction, remember it is a block, so there are different kinds of transaction, and the explorer enables us to see the transactions that are inside this block. Here we have 25 asset transfers. Remember I said we have up to 16 kinds of transactions on the Waves blockchain. So in this block, there are 25 asset transfer, and you can see them here. These are the asset transfer transactions, as you can see. And also we have two asset bond transaction. Asset bond is a type 6 transaction on the Waves blockchain, and asset transfer is a type 4 transactions. So you can add that up. Let's see. We have 25 already for the asset transfer. Here is the asset bond, and we have two transactions. We have 28 transactions, which are exchange transaction, and this is type 7 transaction. You can see the trades. You can see the trade pairs here. You can see the trade pairs. You see the price that was traded, and you see the accounts that traded it. Okay. Then we go down to data transaction, type 12 transaction, just one. And we have script invocation, which is type 16. We have 22 script invocation. Okay? And if you add up everything, it will give you to the total number of transactions here, which is 28. Okay? All right. So we come back to our home base, and you see this was the transaction we just checked here that had 78 transactions. There's already another block here with 92 transactions, and these ones are still updating. And you can see that this is the current block, the highest block. You notice that this figure is also changing. This place changes based on the highest block at the moment. All right, so let's check the test net. Okay, this is the Waves test net. Um, Now, what is happening here is the Explorer now is no longer exploring transactions on the main network, but it is exploring transactions on the Waves testnet. Okay, now here we have transaction, and the current height is 865587. Okay, and there are 13 transactions here. So let's check and see what transactions are here. We can see that there are 13 transactions. This is the size of the transaction, the total fee, the reward. Okay, in that 13, they are all exchange transaction type 7. Type 7. Of course, everyone is sometimes, actually, people do ask questions. What's the difference between testnet and mainnet? The waves you see here on the testnet are not real waves. The chain ID is different. That's why if you have waves on your testnet, you can't send them to your waves mainnet account. Okay. Now let's see. Let's take an account from the testnet. This address is from testnet. I just copied it, and it has 5,593 points, some fraction waves. Okay, let's try to see, and let's see if the waves mainnet will give us this same figure. All right, so I paste the address, and I'm like, I search. Nothing has been found for this query because this address is a testnet address. But if we should go to the testnet and okay, we're on testnet now, and we post this here and search, you see it brings up the real details of the account, because the account is a testnet account. So it is only the testnet, when the explorer is on testnet, before it can be able to explore the details there. Okay, now let's take an address from the mainnet. Let's just pick any address. Let's check this transaction and let's go down. Okay, this is sender. All right, this is sender. This is a Waves address. If you noticed, the testnet address starts with 3N and the Waves mainnet starts with 3P. Okay, so I copied this address from the mainnet and I switched to testnet. All right, all right, all right. So I paste the address here and I'm like Control V. Let's see. You see, nothing has been found for this query. But if we should go back to our our mainnet and impute this address, you see it shows us that it didn't bring an error. It shows us that this account, look at the activities that are going on this account. Also, when you are on the Waves Explorer, like if you remember we talked about, it gives you access to Waves Faucet for you to test your DApps or your smart contracts. So avoid spending real waves that will cost you money. You just come to the waves testnet. This is the faucet. It only shows when you are on the testnet. Once you're on mainnet, it doesn't show. So we go to testnet. Okay, let's pick an address from here. Let's pick an address from here. This address. This address. All right, 3N. This is the waves address, right? So let's check this address. How much is on this address right now? Okay. Oh, there's too much amount here. Okay, all right. Just take note of the 5593 and we take this address. Let's credit it through the waves faucet. Remember, this is not real waves. It's just for testing purpose. Okay. We request 10 waves. Your request was successfully submitted. Please check your wallet. Let's check this wallet and see if we can find that transaction. Exactly. This is the transaction. Here we have the transaction. The 10 waves we just transferred now. And as a block Waves Explorer, look at what it does. It tells us the type of transaction is an asset transaction, and this is the version of the Waves Explorer. This is the block where this transaction is in. Remember, the block contains different transactions. Okay, so this is the block 865594. So we come here and 865594. There are 5 transactions in this block. Let's see if we can find. Okay, this is our transaction. 10 waves. All right, this is our transaction. And if we open it, you will see that it is the same thing here. That is what is the same thing here. Okay, that's one of the importance of the Waves Explorer, accurate. So this is the amount that was transferred. All right, and this is the fee. This is the address that sent it. Okay, now this is the proof. What can we do with this? Remember, we can query the Waves Explorer with different details. Okay, guys. Okay, this is the sender. Let's copy this guy. Oh, that's the recipient. This is the receiving address. So let's copy this address and scan. Sorry for the mistake. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. This is just a Waves faucet, so it is the address that distributes free Waves for anyone to test. All right. So guys, there's lots more you can do with the Waves Explorer as a developer, as a trader. When you send, as a friend, when you send a transaction to anyone, you don't really need to ask anyone if they received it or they did not receive it. All you have to do is just come to the Waves Explorer and track these transactions and see if they are there or they are not. Thank you, and wait for more exciting videos to help you get started with building the apps on Waves blockchain. Thank you guys. See you some other times.